system, first he or she should enter the general information like name, age and gender through the interface provided by the system. In this stage, the system has a less possibility of recognizing the differences between the masculine names and the feminine names. After entering this personal information, the main interface is viewed to the user. Through this main interface, users are able to input the disease symptoms. List of symptoms which generally occur in respiratory system diseases are shown in the main interface. User can input symptoms by simple mouse clicking on the symptom name. Selected symptoms are indicated by a color change. Diagnosing process of the system. After entering all the symptoms which the user has, diagnosing process takes place. To start the diagnosing process, the user must select the option named Diagnose in the Diagnose menu or by clicking the button named Diagnose placed on the toolbar or placed just below to the symptom list. When diagnose process starts, the system asks questions from the user to get additional information. There are two types of questions. First type is yes, no questions. The second type is option dialog. When system asks a yes, no type question, a user should give the answer as yes or no by clicking on yes or no button in the question box. When system asks an option type question, there are two or more options and user must select one of them by clicking OK button in option dialog box. Output process of the system. When the system finishes the diagnosing process, the system will show a list of possible diseases and their validations as percentages. The specific source having additional information about the symptoms can be retrieved by double-clicking a specific disease in that list. Further, the user can get an explanation for the conclusions, the treatments and the clinical tests by clicking on the buttons named as Explain, Treatments and Clinical Tests placed on the toolbar or in the bottom of the form. Except those features, there are some additional facilities in the system. User can ask limited types of questions from the system. As an example, a user can ask the existence of some specific disease and then the system explains whether it can be or cannot be. If user wants to find additional information about a specific disease or a disease symptom, user can get help of a built-in search engine to find those information.
Hope you have an idea about the system structure, several components of the system. Now let's see the implementation of the system. To implement the other two main parts named inference engine and the knowledge base of this expert system, Flex Expert System Development Tool Kit is used. So for the implementation of the inference engine, it is used inbuilt facilities of the Flex toolkit, though the inference engine is connected to system without any change. While considering the implementation of the knowledge base, to implement 6 basic modules of the knowledge base, inbuilt functions of Flex action, forward chaining rules and frames are used. So this is how the Flex Expert System Shell or the Expert System Toolkit has abducted into the expert system. Okay, now you got all the information how the expert system is built using the traditional expert system techniques, and this is the time for the transformation of the second platform, the total non-declarative platform. Okay, come with us to see how the research is done. So when we are doing the research, so we have introduced a new name also to the system, a healthcare management system, which includes earlier facilities or the functionalities as well as some few new facilities. Here it is 100% of non-declarative platform, uses the same medical information in earlier expert system plus some new features included. Let's see what are the new features and also the same features. Propose a medical knowledge management and teaching in addition to earlier features. Let's see how the knowledge will be managed inside the system and teaching facility will be carried out. The key services provided by the proposed system. Introduce knowledge acquisition mechanism for a written format. Acquire the medical knowledge in a written format. Translate the above knowledge into a computer understandable format. Diagnosing and treating human diseases. Provide a methodology of teaching and saving the medical knowledge. Introducing a new expert system shell of only using Microsoft languages and Microsoft technologies. Facilitate the Sri Lankan Rural Society with accurate medical services. Okay, the users of the system. Basically, we have designed the system for three main user categories. Physicians or the medical doctors, medical students and the patients. Both physicians and the medical students can use the system for the purpose of diagnosing and giving their experience or knowledge to the system. For the patient, they can get the support from the system for diagnose their diseases. Components of the proposed system. User interface, knowledge manager, data acquisition layer, static data layer, knowledge creation layer, knowledge base, experience module. Of calculating